still, watch film with my kids and coach my kids, watch all the 49er and Washington Commander and Miami Dolphin and Denver Broncos games. So I still got my coaching fix, and we'll get guys ready for the draft and their pro days, and then run a summer football camp every summer in June. Been doing it since 1998. So we get about 300 kids, a lot of them from Colorado, but a lot from out of the state. And for me, in addition to coaching the kids, it's a chance to bring coaches back. Coaches I coached with in high school and college, friends of mine that I played with on the Broncos or on other NFL teams, and they come back and coach. So like a little mini reunion for the coaches. Also get a lot of the high school coaches involved as well. So have a lot of fun every June. Still get my coaching fix, but haven't been doing it for a few years now.
How'd you like the transition when you got the job there and you got it right into it? And with this era going on now, with everything that's transpired, like, was it like old school cats like you and I? Like, was it just like this is the?
What it was like? Well, welcome to coaching college football. I got hired. COVID broke out. They kicked us off campus. Said you got to go home. I'm like, what? What is going on? And it lasted for about 93 days. I had it on my calendar, and I had to learn what Zoom was. I'd never been on a streaming show. I didn't know what Zoom was. I didn't know what Google Meet was. I didn't know what Microsoft Teams was. I had never even been on one of those meetings. So we had to learn how to coach that way. And it was pretty difficult because, you can't tell if kids are paying attention. I'm a new coach, hadn't met I met everyone briefly in our team meeting, and then we were kicked off campus. So that was rough. Then the portal opens up. Oh, that really hurt. It did. And I don't begrudge the kids at Northern Colorado for going to bigger schools. We lost our whole entire starting offensive line, all of our starting defensive line for the most part, sans one pretty talented player. And they went to, Washington State and Oklahoma and Nebraska. And, luckily they were 5th, 6th year guys, had good opportunities to play somewhere else. It hurt me at the time. It hurt because I knew what kind of team we could have had with the 5th and 6th year players, especially up front on our O&D lines. And then, we lost them all through the portal. And at first it was upsetting, but then, I started thinking, look, I got to look at that position with an FCS school who's a little understaffed, a little underfunded, fighting an uphill battle. I got to look at that as almost like a high school where I'm preparing the players that were in college for other bigger opportunities. No, we never used to think that way. We're like, you sign, 4 years later, you graduate with your friends. But, I got welcomed to the world of the transfer portal in the first year that it happened, and it was the wild, wild west.